Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, in this video, we're going to take on someone's account, do a takeover, and help them build their budget unkillable build using Maneater and using Painkeeper in a team. He already had a team that was working actually, but what we wanted to do was to optimize the damage that it could do and to make sure that it worked on different affinities and also to make sure it worked on Ultra Nightmare and Nightmare with the same type of comp. So it was enhancing what he's already got. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you take out of it what you need for your teams. Let's go. So Jimson's account here is looking pretty solid actually. This is good. Now, this is a stacked account, right? It's got loads of cool legendaries. We've got Duchess, we've got Turvold, Krutraxa, Razin, Altan, Kreela, like really good champs here. We've got great champions here, and when I've been looking through this, doing a bit of prep, it's actually really difficult to come up with a clan boss team that can work on Ultra Nightmare, Nightmare, Brutal, you know, all of the different levels that will do easy kind of like 3 key and will kind of just work on all those different things, which is kind of what people want nowadays. It used to be, I remember back in the day, let's go back 12 months, yeah, when I first started doing takeovers and stuff. And people would come to me and they'd be saying, can you move me from Brutal to Nightmare? Yeah? Can you move me from Brutal to Nightmare? And I'd be like, yeah, I'm good at that. I'm good at that. Nowadays, it's like, I just want a 2-key Ultra Nightmare. I want a 2-key Nightmare. I definitely want it to work on Brutal, Nightmare, Ultra Nightmare, and I don't want any speeds over 160. Go. It's like the expectation has changed so much. The expectation and I guess champion pools have changed a lot as well. So we do have a lot of ally attacks here. We've got Thacker in the Fat, who I really like. At the moment, by the way, Jimson is hitting good damage. It's not like he's saying to me, I'm on Brutal, kick me up to Ultra Nightmare. He's already hitting good damage, but he's not getting the consistency. So at the moment, he is doing a budget unkillable. Let me show you what he's already got in play. Because I feel like it's going to be a tweak on what he's already got. There's two options. We either go for something completely different, or we tweak what he's already got to make it a bit more viable for everything. So this is an example of like a really strong run for him. So he's already doing the budget unkillable with a counter. It's a really strong team. Really strong. But from what Jimson's saying, he's struggling to get it to work on Nightmare Clan Boss as well as Ultra Nightmare. So I think rather than, because this is already super strong, what we can do is we can try and optimize these champions to get more damage out of them. But they look like they're already hitting pretty damn well. I think other than that, it's then looking at the numbers to see if we can do a Nightmare build as well using the same team. So if we look at who he's got in that team. So we've got Krutraxa is the slow boy. In Savage Gear, which I'd say is suboptimal for Clan Boss, by the way. Savage Gear is... so Savage Gear ignores defense as a stat, right? The Clan Boss's defense is actually not that high. You tend to get more bang for your buck in Cruel than Savage. Who else we've got? Draco. Just in full speed gear. Draco's at 234. We've got Kreela. 174. And then we've got the Maneater Painkeeper combo. So 251. It's Painkeeper. Poison set, Painkeeper, 224. So the speeds are not like obscene here. Longbeard will need accuracy for weaken. Anyone needs accuracy that's landing a debuff, yeah. So force is your only problem, Jimson, yeah? Force is a problem. So yeah, so the options are, we either change the comp completely, but I don't think that's the best option. I think the best option, so if we change it completely, we could go for a speed team with like Duchess, a couple of ally attack champs, Kreela and the Fat Man, and then bring in people like Altan and Razin for damage. So we either go with this different type of comp But I think the best option is actually to kind of stick with what we've got, but just change some of the champs in it. We don't have double Maneater, so it's going to have to be, if we go unkillable, it's got to be a budget unkillable. So we could try and get a Turvold in the mix. I don't know if that's optimal, though. So this looks like the same speed as what we're running, actually. So this is cool. Da-da-da. So Nightmare. Same. Yeah, so okay. So Creeler speed just changes. And then we change the turn order. And then it goes back to the same Creeler for the other one. So the stun target then is our problem, right? Jimson, is that what you're struggling with, really? Okay, so I think we've set Frozen Banshee up as the slow boy for subbing out. And then perhaps we'll just see if we can optimize any of the damage from these other guys. We've got a Painkeeper here who's at 36, 23. Draco, 28, 41. Feels like that's quite a high health number to me. But obviously it's working, so that's fine. Feels high, doesn't it? Is that an HP chest? Yeah. I think I would swap that to an attack-based chest. We're going to do a bit of a tweak on some of these other builds as well, actually. Yeah, so this one is a little bit concerning. Obviously it's working, so it's not like it's a major concern, but it's just a little bit concerning. This one looks fine. Let's see what Maneaters is looking like. Maneater can be quite difficult to tune in sometimes. 34, 24, that's good. So we need to aim for very low defense. So you're kind of looking for high HP and high attack, really. So you only want HP or attack rings. You don't want defense rings. Something like this with high attack on it as well is good. Or we could go for a high HP roll. That's a lot of HP there, though. She went already. Defense. She's got quite a healthy base defense. So you just need to be a bit careful rolling too much defense into it. So crit damage is fine here. With the accuracy is good. You want an accuracy banner, not a defense one. I don't want any speed on it, so I kind of want accuracy banner really with stuff like attack percent on it. You can take a bit of speed, but it really, you kind of don't want to waste the speed, you know? Don't want to be bringing more defense in.
Keep up the great work.
So let's take these speed boots off. We don't want speed boots here. We want to go for, you kind of want attack percentage and HP percentage really between the different slots. You see we're already at 1800 defense before we do anything else. I'm just going to take off what she's wearing. Just see what our defense number is right now. I can't really afford any more defense. I'm already like there. Attack percentage there is good. And that's going to give us all the accuracy we need now, right? So we've got 36k health nearly. We're almost there on health already, so I don't need to go health here. So we can do something like... we've actually already got a decent amount of crit rate as well, 58. We could do crit damage gloves here pretty comfortably. If we've got a good set. I don't need any more accuracy. I do want crit rate. Don't forget life drinker mastery. Yeah, that's true. Good point. Let's do that first. Just avoid the other stuff that's going to be problematic. Okay. 114. So I need another 9 or 10 speed. And I need crit rate and a bit more crit damage. I don't want any more defense. A little bit more HP would be pretty helpful. 16, 21 speed on that. Damn, they would be good as well. Have I put speed in? I have. That's why. $12 crit rate here. That's good. 18 crit rate with accuracy. Probably going to use that one. Not that we need more accuracy, but still. It's rolled up already. It's going to save us a bit of silver. So we're up to 76% crit rate. We don't need any more crit rates. We've got Treela in the build. So I just need to find 9 speed, a little bit more health here. And crit damage. So let's go speed and crit damage. Don't care about sets anymore. 9 speed and crit damage. Thank you very much. I've hit the speed I need. The last piece really could just do with a little bit of health. She's got 1800. 1777, 37k health. Well, that's quite a good build. Even though she's got this crazy amount of crit damage, she still won't hit that hard. She's just generally got quite weak multipliers. Just build PK and ME with 2000 defense. So let's just see what the builds are like here. I have 251. Genji, what are we doing? We're doing a slow boy, what do you call it? Budget unkillable. So the main thing here, so that should work. We should be able to run on force now just with that team. So yeah, so there are people that can give us more damage. So Treela hits hard, right? Treela with damage is well worthwhile. She's already, actually this build's great. We don't need to change this build at all. This build's already very good. In terms of being optimal, let's just check it. Let's just check the optimal tool. So again, any member on the website can come into here, membership, damage efficiency tool, Treela. So we've got 4459, 252. 4459, 252. Calculate. So it's almost perfect. We've got a great efficiency here. So that is a really good build. Basically, you want this number here to be as close to 0 as possible to get the most efficient build. So that is a really well built Treela. Okay, so Treela I think is good. We've got our slow boys built. Let's look at Draco next. Draco has got potential to be explosive in terms of damage, and this build is reasonable. This build's reasonable, but not insane. So let's build Draco to see if we can make him insane. It might be that we can't improve on this. Don't know.
Me
but...
deep with that faceless video. That's my buddy you were ragging on.
Sick baller. Thanks for the 5 ups, mate. What are you killing with 124 speed? That's true. Traxxer is the slow boy in this budget Maneater build, or one of them. Yeah, this health seems high. So I think we've got a bit of work we can do with this one. So I'm just going to do a re-upload quick. Get a fresh look. Let's lock Frozen Banshee. And then we're going to build the Draco out. So Draco. So what do we want to make sure we do here? We want to make sure that we've got some defense. I feel like naturally we're just going to get to a pretty reasonable defense number anyway. We only need to be at like 2300 or so. So let's get the speed right. Let's do 230 to 234 because we can glyph a little bit of the difference. I think we can probably come down a bit from that actually. 227 and glyph a bit of the difference. You're with me. Refuse to build faces because it looks so rubbish. Nice. So we want a 70% crit rate because we've got Treela throwing out the buffs. We do want the accuracy in there for the debuffs. Again, we go 220 so we can glyph the difference. I do want crit damage. I do want attack. Just see what happens if we optimize on that. So I'm going to keep that amulet and banner. Let's go. Ironic they update these still icons. What's the point in that, Saf? So funny. So weird. So you see here, this 2700 defense, 30 odd K HP should be absolutely fine for us. And if you think about the build we've got now, 156 crit damage, we're looking at 207s. 3.2k attack, we're looking at 4.4s. The idea behind a slow boy is you have one person that's so slow they don't get an extra turn and they don't lose their unkillable buff. That person is the person that the clan boss is targeting for you. So the clan boss can't kill the person he's hitting. It's up there with Doom Strider's left boot. I know. I know. So what we got here then? 4.2k here with 217. I don't know if his HP is a little bit too low. 29k. Still wants to be crit capped for his other skills. Well, we've got Creeler in the mix, RMBA. It does, Rafe, yeah. It takes Laura's Steel and all that stuff into account. Let's just check masteries quick, actually. This is actually, we don't need these masteries here. I'm going to re-roll these. This is better again, because we're going to be low health. We do want Life Drinker. We'd much rather have defensive masteries when you're taking on a on an unkillable team like this. Because you get much more damage out of this retribution hit. And we don't need the accuracy here. This account's got easily enough like gear to be able to deal with that. So let's rerun that champion search again. Now with those different masteries on. That was it. Okay, this feels good. High attack, 213 crit damage. Again, let's just look at the efficiency tool while that's working. Throw Draco in. So if we had 4.2k attack, 213 crit damage, how does that feel? As a kind of, at a glance, is that the right sort of numbers? So what this is saying is you actually want more attack than you do crit damage on a Draco. So this is saying you're actually better off increasing your attack level and dropping your crit damage to do more damage. It's not saying, if you had the choice of just selecting one or the other, you would take more attack. It's not saying drop it off and you'll do more damage. It's just saying the optimal point is higher attack, lower crit damage. So if we had, let's just see if I can do that by switching these a bit. So 4.2 at the moment to 213. Let's just try that again. See if I can get it to spike more like 4.4 is where we'd like to go. So the speeds we're using here, we're going with this Creeler Unkillable, yeah? 248 Man-Eater, 232 for a DPS, that's what we're doing right now. 223 Painkeeper, 172 for one of the ally attackers, and then 123 for a stun target. Okay, I feel like this is good. 4.5k, 70, 234. Draco done. See, I'm looking at this here. This is a pretty good setup. Defense here to get the defense number up. Crit damage, attack with a good attack roll. Attack percentage chest is okay. So the set that you've built here is actually not bad. I'm going to try and keep 2436,000 as my stats. Let's say between 34 and 38. This is probably, it doesn't like these close numbers with something like health, I've got to be honest. So it might just make it have a bit of a meltdown, but we'll see. We want to go attack after that. Speed 251. So it could be 248 up, I guess. Crit at 70. Accuracy we don't want, so we want to cap the accuracy. And then we want crit damage. It's because I think, oh, we're starting to get somewhere. 251, this is more like it. 2800, 211. That's more like it, okay. 251 speed, so same speed we got right now. We're gaining 50% crit damage, gaining a couple of hundred attack. That's good. 2300 defense, 37,000 HP. This is the only bit I'm a bit worried about, this 37,000. I wonder if he becomes a target early on. So although we could run Crew Traxxer here, let's run it as though you're running your other slow boy. What am I looking for? Who do we build in the end? Creeler, Maneater Painkeeper, and Frozen Banshee. So there we go, guys. 56 mil. I'm really impressed with that, actually. That's more damage than I thought we were going to do there. 56 on an affinity boss. So let's up Creeler's speed to 181. So all you want to do is find one piece of gear that you can just switch in and switch out. So Creeler. Just want to find something that's going to give us that 10 speed. Or 9 speed, sorry, I think. Hold on a minute. No, it's less than that. 181. So I think there's a little bit of play in this. So we want 7 speed more. Genji, see you later, man. 7 or 8, I think is good, yeah. So we've got no speed on this chest. It's probably going to be there. And she's got 77 crit rate. So ideally we get speed and crit rate on an attack chest. So that gives us 9 more. You can upgrade 10 speed and it's fine. Okay. So we're going to lose crit damage for this, but considering we're going to Nightmare anyway, it's fine. Just seeing what loses us the least. Probably this. So we can take this 9 speed. We're going to lose a bit of crit damage, but the main thing is getting the speed right. And then we should be able to go straight into Nightmare and do the same fight. Do you have a key? You don't want a glyph because you're going to change that piece back next time you go into Ultra Nightmare ME, yeah? It's one piece of gear that you just hold tight, change it every time you switch between the two things. So same team. Let's just run through the setup here. Not done this in a long time. So we go A1 on the Maneater first. Anything for damage on your damage dealers. So we actually go A3 on the Painkeeper first here, which is weird. Creeler A1. See Creeler's thrown a shield on Frozen Banshee here, which is probably what our problem is. We then go A3 on Maneater. A1 here for Painkeeper. Creeler A1 again. Another A1 on Painkeeper. Creeler A3. And then we're auto. Jimson, I'm going to hand that back, buddy. Enjoy. See how it guys. We managed to build a team that's done a work on Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss. We hit some crazy numbers and the comps worked like a dream. If you're trying to build this sort of team, make sure you pay attention to your masteries and to your speeds. I've been Hell Hades. I'll catch you later.